Today we're going to cover Zeek Exercises. Zeek Exercises is a room that is part of the SOC Level 1 in TryHackMe. This room covers practical scenarios on how to investigate cyber attacks using Zeek. Okay, and if you want to have the most out of this room, I recommend you guys first to do the original Zeek rooms. You can go to my playlist here where I covered the walkthroughs of all of the previous Zeek rooms, where we actually talked about Zeek and introduced the basic features and how to use Zeek both in the two modes, the live capture and the packet analysis. Okay, check out these videos, and also don't forget to check out the SOC Level 1 playlist where I cover all of the walkthroughs related to the rooms of this track. Okay, now for today we're going to cover these tasks. So the first task is about Anomalous DNS. Let's go here and read the description. The case was assigned to you. Inspect the PCAP and retrieve the artifacts to confirm this alert is true positive. Remember that Zeek can be used in two modes. The first one is live capture, where it captures the network traffic passing through the network. The other mode is offline PCAP analysis, same as Wireshark and Network Miner. But with Zeek, we have the capability of automatically analyzing the events and generating logs. So whenever you analyze a PCAP file with Zeek, Zeek will generate the logs or the corresponding logs that actually represent the process of parsing these events or these actually traffic in the PCAP file. So every PCAP generates different sorts of log files. It depends on the PCAP file and depends on the engine that Zeek is using. Okay, so we're going to investigate the PCAP file in an offline mode as shown here. So we're going to jump to the machine, navigate to exercise files, ls cd to Anomalous DNS. So we have one packet capture file. Now, the command that we're going to use to analyze this file or this packet capture is Zeek -c -r and then DNS tunneling, specifying the packet capture file. Okay, so here we're gonna use lowercase z. Okay, as you can see, Zeek has generated log files: connection log, DNS, HTTP, NTP, packet cap filter. As stated earlier, every packet capture file will lead to different sorts of log files generated at the end of every analysis. Okay, now we have these log files. You will see later that when analyzing the phishing scenario or the log4j scenario, we're going to have different log files. So it all depends on the packets included in the packet capture file. Okay, so let's go here and go over the first question. Investigate the DNS tunneling file. Investigate the DNS log file generated. What is the number of DNS records linked to the IPv6 address? So DNS log file contains the DNS transactions and the DNS packets. If you want to extract information about the DNS packets, we're going to have to analyze this file. So it's asked here to generate or to extract the number of DNS records linked to IPv6 address. Remember that DNS records are, or they could be A record, fourth A records, text record. There are many types of DNS records. We want to extract the one that is related to IPv6 address. Usually IPv6 addresses are stored, or the transactions are stored related to IPv6 addresses are stored under the fourth A records. So 4A's records. To extract the information, we're going to first take a look at the DNS log file. So we're going to cat DNS log and use built-in Linux command line tools to extract the first 20 lines. So I think 10 is enough. Okay, so we take a look here first at the fields. Okay, so in the fields, we want to extract we want to look at the field that represents the DNS record type. So let's see here. So query type name. Okay, if you look again at the values down here, these are the values, okay, of related to every field. Okay, so you can see here we want to take a look at the record type. So queue type name. If you look here at the IP addresses, these are the port numbers. This is the record type, as you can see, MX. So we want to then extract the information stored under this field. So remember that in order to use Zeek effectively, we're going to have to use what is called the Zeek cut. So I mentioned Zeek cut in my notes. And by the way, remember that the option that we have used at the very first is -C. It's for reading or processing a PCAP file. -R, it is for -R for reading a PCAP file, and -C, it's for ignoring checksum errors. If you want the version information, you can type -V. And Zeek CTL is the Zeek control module, and that's how you use Zeek in an offline mode, or to analyze PCAP in offline mode. If you want to use Zeek in live capture mode, all you have to do is to invoke Zeek CTL or Zeek control panel from the command line. You can check out these commands. So status is to check the status of Zeek, start is to start Zeek service and therefore start capturing traffic, or start live capture, and stop is to stop the Zeek control panel. These are not discussed in this room. Okay, we are only going to use this mode, the offline mode. Let's go back here. So now we're gonna say cat DNS log and then use Zeek cut. Zeek cut is a tool used to extract field information or the values listed under a specific field. We're gonna Zeek cut followed by the name of the field, queue type underscore name, which is the field we are interested in. Okay, and now we have all of the records type extracted. We want only to find out the number of records related to IPv6. So here we're gonna use sort. Okay, now we sort them. We're gonna get rid of the duplicates, unique -C, and here we see, guys, as you can see, the fields or the values extracted, the DNS record types, and beside of them we can see the number of each record. So here for a record is 320, which is the number of records. Investigate now the connection log file. The connection log file contains information about the connection status, the IP address, the source, destination IP and port, the connection status, the port, the protocol, so on and so forth. What is the longest connection duration? Okay, so let's now take a look at the connection file, cat con.log. Okay, it's big file, so we're gonna have to use head-n. Same drill here. We're gonna take a look at the fields. What is the field that represents the duration? So quickly we can find out that it is duration. Okay, so we want now to extract the file values under this field. Same drill, guys. Cat connection log Zeek cut duration, and then we use sort. Okay, let's sort them in reverse order. Head-n1. We can see this is the longest connection duration, 9.42. Investigate the DNS log file again. Filter all the unique DNS queries. What is the number of unique domain queries? Unique DNS queries. What is the number of unique domain queries? Okay, so back to the DNS log file. Okay, so now the field we want to look at is the query, the DNS query. As you can see, guys, this is the value under the DNS query. It represents a domain name that was probed or contacted. We want to extract unique DNS queries. So first, let's start with cat DNS log Zeek cut, and here we're gonna type query. Let's first take a look at the domains. So we can see there are multiple entries related to Cisco update, but as you can see, are different. We also have edu domains contacted. What we want to do, we want to have a list, okay, of all the domains that were contacted, but without the duplicates. That will be a bit challenging in this task. So here, what is the number of unique domain queries? First, I have to sort these out, eliminate duplicates, and then count the domains, so we have a number of unique DNS queries. You can start by using the cut. So cut is a command line tool in Linux that's used to extract strings or data. So if I apply cut on this line, I will have to consider what is the type of delimiter and how many fields this string has. So this string, as you can see, guys, it has the point as a delimiter, as you can see. And based on that, we have 3 fields separated by dots. That's the first field, the second field, and we have the third field. So I'm going to use cut. I want to extract only the field 2 and field 3. So cut can take care of this. So the command is like this: cut -d, which -d we define the delimiter. We already know it is dot. The fields are separated by dot. And then -f, here I define, or I tell cut the number of fields, okay, that I want to extract. So here, this field corresponds to index 1, index 2, index 3. So I want 2 and 3 to extract the domain name. Let's do this. Okay, so as you can see, guys, now we only have domains. Now if we do this, we use the unique. How about unique -c? Look at this now. We have, for every domain name, we have the number of entries. You point to Cisco update, but that's not what we want. What we want the number of unique DNS queries. We still haven't got rid of Cisco update. We can see it all the time here, repeated in multiple lines. Also, we can see the routes edu. Okay. So here we're gonna go back to the command and let's use sort. Okay. After sort, we use unique. Okay, so now we got rid of many unnecessary entries. So now we have 1 Ubuntu, 2 roads, 3 Cisco updates, 4 TCP local, and as you can see, guys, there are some entries or some domain names that I think they were cut by the cut command, but the actual domain name now is gone. So we have 4 entries. The answer actually is 6, not 4. So we're gonna have to go back and change the dynamics of the command. So instead of the first 2 field, we're gonna use 1, 2 this time, in hope that we can see the domain names that were omitted. Okay, let's use this. Less we just want to make sure we haven't omitted any unique DNS queries, so there are no results. Okay. So now we know there are 4. Let's go back and use this. Okay, that is it. That's it. So there is a call to this address. Okay. And now we have 5 unique DNS queries, right? Let's continue. same way. So all of these are Cisco domains. Okay, so I saw one here. It's kind of painful process, but we're gonna have to do this in order to extract the answer. Okay, there is this one as well. These were also DNS queries. So with this, we have now 6, which marks the answer of this question. There are massive amount of DNS queries sent to the same domain. This is abnormal. Let's find out which hosts are involved in this activity. Investigate the connection log. What is the IP address of the source host? So again, we're investigating now the connection log. We want to extract the IP address, so cat connection log, and then head -n. And now we want to focus on this field. This represents the origin IP address. We want to extract the source IP address. So we're gonna have to do here, we're gonna Zeek cut ID origin IP address and then sort. Okay, there are many duplicates, we're gonna eliminate these. So we have 2 IP addresses. So it's not IP6, it is IPv4, which means this is the correct answer to the question. Okay, now we're investigating phishing scenario. Let's first cd out from here. And now go to phishing. So here we have the pcap file and we have 2 Zeek scripts. Zeek scripts, if you remember from previous tutorials, they are scripts created to extract artifacts from pcap files. They are very useful to extract files, MD5, indicators of compromise, and so on. Looks like we're going to use Zeek scripts in this task. Investigate the logs. What is the suspicious source address? Enter your answer in defined format. Okay, first let's do the analysis. -r phishing. So we have connection log. Since we want information about an IP address, we're gonna have to focus on the connection log. So cat connection log head-n. So again, we want to focus on this field. So one more time. Okay, eliminate the duplicates now. Okay, this is the IP address. It has 50 hits. Use CyberChef to actually put it in this format. Investigate the HTTP log file. Which domain address were the malicious files downloaded from? So we're gonna now focus on the HTTP log file. So cat HTTP log head-n. Alright, so here we want to find out the domain name from which a malicious file was downloaded. So look here guys, we have 2 interesting fields. The first one is the URL and the other one is the host. So if we extract both fields, we're going to get information about the domain and the URL that was requested. So Zeek cut URL host. Okay, so we see this is the domain name that was visited and that is the URL that was requested. In this case, it represents a transaction of downloading a text file. The other one represents visiting smartfacts.com and downloading a document. And the last one was again visiting SmartFacts and downloading an executable file named KNR. So the question here is, which domain address were the malicious files were downloaded from? It's very obvious to say that the domain is SmartFacts because of the nature of the files that have been requested, KNR and document. Definitely a text file is not going to be harmful. Investigate the malicious document in VirusTotal. What kind of file is associated with this malicious document? Okay, now I want to extract the file that were downloaded. So for that, we're going to use a script. The only way to do that is by using Zeek scripts. Luckily for us, there is a script that was provided to us to perform this task. The script name is #demozeek. Let's take a look at the script. And here the script description is enable MD5 SHA hashing for all files and load the relevant script from this directory. So it performs a call to a script located in that directory. We can take a look at this script as well. So cat. And here let's take a look here. Load base files hash event file new. So it looks like it extracts the MD5 and SHA hashes of the downloaded files. So it's a script that we want to use in order to extract the artifacts about these files. Okay, so what to do now? We're going to use Zeek-cr, the pcap file, and then followed by the script name. The script name in this case is here, #demozeek. So after doing so, we can see we have files, new connection log that was created, which is files.log. Supposedly, this file contains the hashes of the downloaded files from the previous log file. So we cat files and we hit -n. Okay, indeed, we can see hashes here. MD5 SHA of the downloaded files. So what we want to do here, guys, we want to extract these hashes. So we can use the cut. Okay, so we have here MD5 SHA. Okay, what else we need to extract from here? The file name, the MIM type. Okay. So now we have a representation or output that shows us the file type that was downloaded along with the both MD5 and SHA hash. We're gonna have a visit to VirusTotal and we're gonna search, extract, grab the hash of the document or the executable file. Let's first, actually they want the document, right? So with the malicious document. So let's have the hash here. Search. See now in VirusTotal we have this. So it is flagged by 40 security solutions out of 63. So what is asked here? Investigate the malicious document in VirusTotal. What kind of file is associated with the malicious document? We want to find out what is the nature of this file. Okay, so to do that, we're going to have to take a look at the relations. So in the relations, let's see here. Okay, contacted IPs, execution parent, bundled files, dropped files, and that's it. So where to find the nature of the file, the real nature actually, it's very obvious, it's Visual Basic, but we want to find it from here. So as you can see, it is VPA. The malicious ones correspond to a file type of VPA. Investigate the extracted malicious executable file. What is the given file name in VirusTotal? You're gonna have to circle back here and use the MD5 of the executable file. Again, we have 53 hits out of 72. You want to find out the name of the file? It's very easy. You can find it from here. Please wait window. Investigate the malicious executable file in VirusTotal. What is the contacted domain name? So you want to find out the network communications or the network packets or the network calls that the executable was thought to be actually doing on a sandbox machine. So we're gonna circle back here to VirusTotal and click on Behavior tab. From the Behavior tab, we can check out the network communications, DNS resolutions. So here we want to enter the contacted domain name. So we have many domain names, but the one that stands out is this one. The other ones are actually P9 in how they look, Microsoft, Windows. So the other ones are not correct, only this one. Investigate the HTTP log file. What is the request name of the downloaded malicious executable file? We actually already answered this when we covered the HTTP log file, and we saw that beside the document there was another executable file that was requested from this domain name. So this is the name of the file. Now we go to log4j. Same drill. CD out of here. Go to log4j. Again, we have one PCAP and one script. So investigate the PCAP file with the detection log4j Zeek script. Looks like we have here a script that is written to extract artifacts related to the log4j vulnerability. Looks like it just detects if the host that was witnessed or shown in the packets is vulnerable to the log4j. Probably this is how it works. But first, to be sure, we're gonna have to take a look at the script. Zeek-cr log4j and then detection script. Okay, let's take a look at the log files. We have many log files. Files, HTTP log4j. This one is an interesting one. Now we have signatures and we have connection log. Okay. Investigate the signature log file. What is the number of signature hits? So as expected, the script here, what it does, it actually parses the PCAP file and extracts all of the signatures that were matched or hit when a host was seen as vulnerable to log4j vulnerability based on the analysis of the packet capture file. So all of this is stored under the signature connection log, the signature log file. So what to do now, we're gonna first take a look at the signature. Okay, so it shows here the patterns that were found by the script in the PCAP file. These patterns are related to the log4j vulnerability, which means the affected hosts are vulnerable to log4j. Okay, nevertheless, we want to find out the number of these signatures. The only way to do this is to use a unique field for these signatures, which happens to be either the UID, okay, it could be UID, or let's see what else we have. Yeah, it is the UID. Looks like it's the UID. So now cat signature Zeke cut UID. Okay, we have 3. So 3 hits. Investigate the HTTP log file. Which tool is used for scanning? Okay. Cat and head -n10. Which tool is used for scanning can be seen by focusing on, guess what? It is the user agent. Because usually when a web scanner or a vulnerability scanner scans a target, okay, the intrusion detection or the related equipment will be able to detect the attempts and generate the logs, okay, holding the name of the tool in the user agent. So the user agent field here is the one that we want to focus on. Hopefully it is here. Let's see the user agent. Is the user agent? Looks like there is no user agent. Am I wrong? Let's try this. So, yeah, here it is here, user agent. Okay, so we're gonna use this now. Oh, eliminate the duplicates. So, see here. So these are tools, these are user agents related to a scanner for the log4j. We don't want this. The scanner here is Nmap. So the answer is Nmap. Use tool for scanning, it is Nmap. Investigate the log file again. What is the extension of the exploit file? So now we're going to circle back to the log file. The extension of the log or the extension of the exploit file. So probably there was file download process here, and we're gonna extract the downloaded file. So probably it is under the URL. So Zeke cut URL sort. So indeed there was an exploit file downloaded. It has the extension class. And the last question here, investigate the log4j log file, decode the base64 commands. What is the name of the created file? So now we investigate the log4j file. Head-n. Okay, indeed we have base64 strings. To extract them, we're gonna have to extract the related field. Looks like it is matched value or value. Let's extract both. The cut value and matched value. Head-n 10. So values and matched values. Okay. So it looks like we have the base64 commands under the value field. So these are the base64 commands. We're gonna use cyber chef to, or we can use the command line. So echo base64-t. So this was a command to create a file named pond. Okay. The other one, another one was to execute which NC. It is just trying to find out the main path of the netcut tool and sending the output to the created file earlier named pond. Okay, and then the last one, The last one is to connect to this IP address on port 80 and execute a shell. The question: investigate the log4j file, decode the base64. What is the name of the created file? Well, there was only one file created. The name of the file is pond. And this is the answer for this question. Now we wrap up this task or this room, guys. I hope you found this helpful, and definitely I'm gonna see you in the next video.